Hi guys, I'm back with another video. Today's video is going to be my reactions for NXT Deadline 2024. You guys know how these videos go by now, so I'm just going to get right into it. I'm just going to get right into the results. So I got 4 out of the 5 matches correct, which is overall pretty much a great pay-per-view. Yes, I did get one match wrong, but I still did pretty good. Overall, the pay-per-view itself was great. I think it was a great pay-per-view. Definitely give it a recommend if you haven't watched it. So let's just get right into it. So the first match of the night is the Men's Iron Survivor Challenge. Wesley versus Javon Evans versus Nathan Frazier versus Ethan Page versus, Eddie Thorpe. As you know, I mentioned this in my NXT news video, and I also mentioned this in my predictions video. One of my picks for the match was Eddie Thorpe. Now, I mentioned this at the NXT video, that Eddie Thorpe got attacked at the end of the show. He got attacked in the backstage area. We did not know if he was going to be in the Men's Iron Survivor Challenge. Well, guess what happened? He gets replaced. He got replaced by Obafemi. Now, because Eddie Thorpe was my pick, one of my picks to win, because Obafemi showed up, he is Eddie Thorpe's replacement as my pick. So I picked Obafemi to win as well. And the winner of the Men's Iron Survivor Challenge match was Obafemi. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, Joey, that's not fair. You picked Eddie Thorpe and not Obafemi. Well, yeah, you're correct, but Eddie Thorpe was my pick, but he got replaced by Obafemi, and I needed somebody else to pick as the replacement. And I just felt like when Obafemi came out, I just kind of knew he was going to win, so I picked him. You guys are probably saying that's not a fair prediction. That's a dick move. You're an asshole. Like, that's a bad prediction. Well, I'm sorry. That's just how it happened. There's really nothing I can do about that. Eddie Thorpe got attacked. He more than likely got attacked by Obafemi. That's how Obafemi got into the match, and that's why I picked him. But there's really nothing I can do about that. So, I'm sorry, guys. But a prediction is a prediction, and there's really nothing I can do. The second match of the night is the NXT Underground match. Lola Vice versus Jada Parker. Winner of the NXT Underground match, Lola Vice. Yeah, I'm not really too surprised by the outcome of this match. I've said it before. I've actually said this in the predictions video. The difference between this match and the last match is that the last match, Jada Parker had the advantage because it was more of her style. The difference between that match and this match is because this is an NXT Underground match, which is Lola Vice. This is more of Lola Vice's style. And Lola Vice has more experience in this match. She's also undefeated in this match. So I kind of knew she was going to win, and I got that right. The third match of the night is the tag team match for the NXT Tag Team Championships. Axiom and Nathan Frazier versus the No Quarter Catch Crew, Tavian Heights and Miles Bourne. Winners of the tag team match and still the NXT Tag Team Champions, Axiom and Nathan Frazier. I got this prediction wrong. Just like last time, I got the same match wrong again. So I keep thinking that Axiom and Nathan Frazier are going to finally lose the titles. They have held the titles for over 200 days. They're the 5th longest reigning NXT Tag Team Champions in history. I think at some point they will lose the title and they will start feuding again. And I feel like that needs to happen eventually. I thought it was going to happen tonight, and it was so close from happening, but it just didn't. So that's why I got that match wrong. But it was still a good match. The fourth match is the singles match for the NXT Championship. Trick Williams, the champion, versus Ridge Holland, winner of the singles match, and still the NXT champion, Trick Williams. Yeah, I'm not really too surprised about the outcome of this match, and that is because Trick Williams is the champion. He is the safe pick going into this match, and I did pick him, and he was definitely a safe pick going out of the match if he did win, and he did. Now, as we have known now, because Obafemi won the men's Iron Survivor Challenge, that means that Obafemi is now the number one contender for the NXT Championship, and that Obafemi will be facing Trick Williams for the NXT Championship at New Year's Eve in February. Sometime in February, I'm guessing, unless if they do it earlier. But here's what I'm predicting. Now, this is just a prediction of what I think is going to happen within the next couple months. Trick Williams will remain the NXT champion until NXT New Year's Eve, and he's going to lose the title to Obafemi. And that's going to get Trick Williams called up to the main roster while Obafemi becomes the new NXT champion. This is just a prediction. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if that's true. That's just my prediction. That's a Joey's prediction. And the fifth match of the night is the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge match. Sol Ruca versus Stephanie Vaquer versus Arya versus Julia versus Ren Sinclair. Winner of the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge match, Julia. So, I'm not really too surprised by the outcome of that match. I thought one of the three main top stars in NXT right now were going to win the match. I thought it was either going to be Julia, Stephanie Vaquer, or Zarya. And Julia got the win. I kind of figured that one of them was going to win. Didn't know which one, but Julia got the win. Now, Julia won because the last time she had an NXT Championship match, that was like her first match in NXT. It was against Roxanne Perez. It was hyped up as a big match or whatever. And I just kind of knew that she was not going to win it. Now, they had to do it in a way that wouldn't hurt her credibility, but not hurt the match as well. So they had Cora Jade return and help Roxanne Perez win the match, and Julia will lose. But now because Julia won the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge, she is now the number one contender for the NXT Women's Championship, and that she will be facing Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's Championship at NXT Vengeance Day, and I think Julia is going to win the title. That's just my prediction. Now, I've talked about this before. I think Roxanne Perez has been a great NXT Women's Champion. She's been great as a babyface, and she's been great as a heel. But I think she's going to finally lose the title. Just like Trick Williams, I think she's going to move up to the main roster. I just have the feeling for both of them that they're going to be moving up soon. And that's what I think is going to happen. Now, let's talk about what the match of the night is. Oh my, this is going to be a very tough decision for me because all the matches of this show are great. Shit. I'm going to have to group the men's and women's Iron Survivor Challenge matches together. Just because both matches were great, and the way they did both matches were great as well. The storyline was great, the storytelling was great, the way they did the match was great, the way they did the finishes were great. So I think both the men's and women's Iron Survivor Challenge matches are the matches of the night. Now, what is the underdog match of the night? Oh boy, you already know it's going to be, Joey has mentioned this multiple times before. I love stipulation matches, and there's no doubt that the NXT Underground match is the underdog match of the night for me. And that's just because, I like stipulation matches. Another honorable mention for the other underdog match of the night is really the singles match for the NXT Championship. Trick Williams, the champion, versus Ridge Holland. And that's because it had a great storyline behind it, and a good finish. And overall, both matches are underdog matches because, it's the pay per view is really about the Iron Survivor Challenge, and those matches are competing against those matches. And I just think both the Underground match and the NXT Championship match are both underdogs. I would say the honorable mention is definitely the NXT Tag Team Championship match. It was a good match. Not the best match on the show, but it was still a good match. So, overall, I would say that this is a great pay per view. If you have not watched it, it is the last NXT pay per view of this year. So, if you guys want to watch the last NXT pay per view of this year, I would recommend go watching it for yourself instead of watching my predictions and reaction to video. But, if you want to watch my predictions and see how I did, go ahead. If you want to see the reactions, well, go ahead. But I would recommend watching this pay-per-view because it's a great pay-per-view, and I definitely give it a recommend. And those are my predictions and reactions for NXT Deadline 2024. Please post a comment. What are your predictions and reactions for NXT Deadline 2024? And if you guys like this video, please don't forget to please like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace, period.